So here we are, diving into last report. The vibe is already immaculate horror, playing as a night park ranger dealing with spooky happenings. My job is to manage, document, and report all the weirdness. Honestly, a night shift in a creepy park? What could possibly go wrong, right? First things first, I have to get the lowdown on the new rules, because management changed. The staff handbook is my new Bible, apparently. It has all the details on park rules, safety, and my actual job. Time to cram before I accidentally break a rule and get yeeted by a bear. Skimming through the rules, it is the standard stuff. No illegal campfires, no unauthorized parking, and definitely no messing with the animals. The park is a sanctuary, so my main gig is basically being a glorified hall monitor for nature. Also, I have to process camera reports, which sounds low-key boring. The report submission process seems pretty straightforward. I check the report for accuracy, match the image to the description, and then submit it on the computer. If something is off, like it is outdated or damaged, I have to flag it or shred it. This is giving major papers, please, but with more trees. Okay, finally booting up the work computer. It is my main tool for this whole operation. There are a few apps: Report App, Park Watch, and Review Track. I am about to become the most efficient digital park ranger this place has ever seen. Or, just click around until something happens. My buddy John rolls up with some news and, more importantly, coffee. He warns me about power outages because they are replacing electrical poles. So if the lights start flickering, I should not immediately assume it is a demon. Good to know, he is the real one for bringing that frustrated boot coffee. John also gives me a side quest: hand over some cabin keys to a new guy named Henry. He is on patrol and cannot be bothered to come back. Classic. So now I am a glorified receptionist on top of everything else. The multitasking is real before I have even filed a single report. With John gone, it is finally time to tackle this mountain of reports. The stack is looking thick, not going to lie. This is where the real game begins. Let us see what kind of chaos the park visitors have been causing. Time to put on my detective hat and get to work. Just snooping around the computer files before I start the real work. I found some interesting documents and memos from the park administration. There is stuff about meetings, computer updates, and a fully funded trip to Kohlertown. That salary bonus is looking pretty tempting, low-key. A vacation from this vacation. Oh, there is a minigame on the computer called Catch It. I am supposed to catch fruit and avoid garbage falling from the sky. It is a cute little distraction, but I cannot get too sidetracked. We are here to deal with horror, not become a virtual fruit vendor for the forest critters. First report up, an illegal campfire. The details seem to match the image, the date is fine, and the sector is correct. It seems like a simple case. I just have to pick the right category and submit it. After that, a human validation test to prove I am not a bot. Easy peasy. The next report is a drone, which is a big no-no, but checking the date, it is from January 10th. The handbook said anything before January 10th is outdated, so this one gets flagged as outdated. See? I am basically a pro at this already. My accuracy is about to be off the charts. Okay, this one shows a dude illegally cutting down a tree. Everything checks out: date, sector, description. This is a clear case of environmental destruction. I submit the report and get another one of those CAPTCHA things. This time it is asking me to select all the deer. They are really making me work for it. I just checked my stats, and I apparently got one wrong. I am screaming. I have no idea how. I thought I was being so careful. It was probably that illegal fishing one where I messed up the submission category. The pressure is on now. I cannot be messing up my perfect record. The new guy, Henry, shows up to get his keys. He seems pretty chill. He just moved here to escape the corporate grind, which is a total mood. We have a nice little chat about the peaceful life here. It is kind of nice to see a new face, especially on the night shift. Back to the reports. This one is about a lone fisherman in a protected zone. But wait, the sector in the description, C17, does not match the one listed on the report. That is an instant image or sector does not match description flag. I have to pay attention to the little details. I got another illegal fishing report, this time with 2 guys by Lake F50. Everything looks correct on this one. I'm making sure to double check my category selection this time, so I do not get another incorrect mark on my review. My reputation as the best digital ranger is on the line. This report is gnarly. It is a hunter standing over a deer he just killed. The description matches perfectly, and hunting is strictly prohibited. This is an easy illegal hunting submission. The capture this time is a poacher catching minigame, which feels a little on the nose, but I am here for it. The walkie-talkie goes off. It is Caroline, another ranger. She is calling to say goodbye because she got a new research job. It is a little bittersweet. We had a good rapport, and she even joked about building a robot to do my job for me. I am going to miss her vibe around here. I decided to call John on the walkie-talkie to see how his patrol is going. He is complaining about the rain and the mountain of reports I have to deal with. He also mentions the Kohlertown Fair again and says he will sign me up. A free trip and a bonus? Bet. Another outdated report. This one is from January 9th, so it is definitely getting flagged. The I am human verification is starting to feel a little suspicious. Like, why do I have to keep proving it? It is giving major, are you a robot energy, and I am not sure how I feel about it. This report is just completely damaged and unreadable. The handbook says if a report is damaged, I should just shred it. No questions asked. So into the shredder it goes. It's kinda satisfying, not going to lie. I just wish I could shred my real-life responsibilities this easily. A call comes in from someone repairing a signal tower. He needs me to check the ParkWatch app to see if the status for Sector A22 is updated. I check for him, but it still says under repair. Tech issues in a spooky park? This feels like the start of every horror movie. He calls back after trying to fix the tower again. I check the app, and this time it is all green. The status is safe. He did it. Now he can finally get down from that wobbly tower in the rain. One less thing to worry about. Maybe. Back to the grind. 2 hunters are shooting at birds. The sector and description are all good. This is a clear case of illegal hunting. This job is basically just a cycle of finding people breaking rules and clicking the right buttons. It is almost relaxing? Until it is not, probably. Another illegal campfire, this one left unattended. This is a huge fire risk, so it's getting reported immediately. The human verification tests are getting more creative. Now I have to put all the trash in the bin. They are really trying to instill good environmental habits in me. Suddenly, there is a loud noise outside. I swear I saw someone at the door, but when I looked, they were gone. This is definitely not just the wind. The atmosphere just went from chill night shift to I am in danger real quick. I should probably call someone. Danger real quick. I should probably call someone. I call Henry to let him know about the weirdo outside my cabin. He seems concerned and says he will keep an eye out. Then John calls, and he is not just concerned. He found a literal bear trap in front of my door. The mysterious person was not just creeping, they were actively trying to unalive me. John is freaking out, and honestly, same. A bear trap? This has escalated way beyond some kids messing around. He thinks it is some messed up psycho and tells me to report it to management. This night is officially off the rails. He is leaving the trap with me, which is a choice. Okay, trying to focus on work. A poacher is aiming at a deer, but the sector is wrong, G19 instead of what is listed. That is an easy flag. It is hard to concentrate with the whole someone tried to murder me with a bear trap thing hanging over my head. My anxiety is spiking. John calls again. He ran into some kids in a restricted area, but that is not the main issue. He is worried about Douglas, an older ranger who should have finished his shift an hour ago, but is still out there. Now I'm worried about him too. People are starting to go missing. The signal goes out again. Just my luck. In the middle of all this chaos, I'm cut off from everyone. I try to get back to the reports, but my mind is racing. Douglas is missing. There is a psycho setting traps, and I am stuck here alone. This is not the vibe. A ranger calls in, completely lost. The weather is terrible, and he is in the wrong sector. I have to use the computer to look up the GPS coordinates for the nearest station to help him out. Finally, something useful I can do instead of just clicking on reports about illegal parking. The next report is just a dead deer, but it has been torn to shreds, and the report says there is no way a bear did it. This is something else entirely. There is no category for supernatural monster attack, so I guess it is none of the above. The dread is really setting in now. Henry calls, totally freaked out. He saw a child running barefoot along the river. As soon as the kids saw him, they ran away. A barefoot child in the park at night? Every single thing that happens is just another red flag. This place is a magnet for all things cursed. Suddenly, Douglas shows up at my door. He has been hiding from a massive bear. He starts telling me a story about this very cabin. Apparently, 25 years ago, his friend, the ranger before me, was found dead right here. The story is wild and sounds like something straight out of a ghost story. Douglas's story gets crazier. He said his friend's body was found without any wounds, but it was moving and whispering. And then the park management at the time covered the whole thing up, making all the evidence disappear. This explains so much, and also nothing at all. My cabin is haunted. After Douglas leaves, I am left to process what he told me. A murder cover-up in my own workspace? It is a lot to take in. I try to get back to the reports, but my mind is reeling. The computer coming back on feels like a small miracle amidst the growing chaos. I open the next report and I am actually stunned. It is a dead body, a human body, next to a campfire with a huge wound. This is no longer just spooky stories and weird noises. This is a real, violent death. I need to alert the other rangers immediately. I call John and tell him about the body. He tells me to stay calm while he notifies the administration. Then I call Henry and he is terrified. He thinks it might be the same guy who left the bear trap. The situation is spiraling and the signal is cutting out again. The reports are getting worse. There is one with a creepy message that says, "It is close, be aware." And then I see something in the window, a figure in the woods. This is it. The monster is here. I am officially in the main plot of a horror movie, and I am not the final girl. Another report, this time with 2 dead bodies by the lake. This is a full-on massacre. The game is asking me to choose my destiny for the human verification, which feels incredibly ominous. My cabin does not feel safe anymore. Nothing feels safe. I am being hunted. The reports are becoming completely unhinged. One shows people impaled on tree branches, but the description mentions terrifying creatures that are not even in the photo. It feels like the reports themselves are changing, becoming part of the anomaly. My grip on reality is slipping. A terrifying, tall creature appears outside my window and then just vanishes. The fear is so real right now. I am just trying to survive the night, but every new report and every sound from outside tells me I probably will not. I am trapped and just waiting for the end. John manages to call me. He is hiding from the monsters and says the reports are changing. He mentions that Henry found something about a center or a heart of the anomaly in them. He is begging me to keep submitting reports, saying it is our only hope to stop it. Then the call cuts out. The computer screen glitches and shows a cryptic message. I see your death. Then someone enters my cabin. It is not a monster, it is Douglas. He saves me from a creature that was about to attack, shooting it down. He tells me they are everywhere and that Henry is trapped. A mysterious man who calls himself the Doctor contacts me through the walkie-talkie. He admits to leaving the bear trap and says he has been researching the anomaly. He uploaded a bunch of his files to my computer, hoping they can help me solve the mystery before I die. Thanks, I guess. The Doctor's files are a goldmine of cursed information. There are notes about the entity, a missing girl named Emily who might be a creature, and a corrupted video file from Case 1998, the murder of Douglas's friend. It seems the reports can decrypt hidden files. The lore is getting deep. Douglas calls, and the news is bad. He killed 2 creatures, but Henry is gone. He thinks Henry might have escaped, but it is not looking good. Douglas is heading to the main building to regroup with other guards. I am left alone again, with only the haunted reports for company. I have a full-on hallucination. The world glitches, and I see a missing person poster for Emily. Then I am in some weird, dreamlike space with one of the creatures. It is not attacking, just there. It seems like the anomaly is messing with my mind directly now. I get a truly bizarre report about an evil spectral virus. It is so messed up that when I try to shred it, it breaks the shredder. Now I have no choice but to upload it to the computer. The file is a threatening letter from the Doctor to a Mr. Thomas about the 1998 incident. Another report of dead bodies, and since the shredder is busted, it has to go into the computer. This unlocks a new file, a happy birthday card. The juxtaposition is jarring and deeply unsettling. The game is really committing to the psychological horror bit now. I'm not okay. A frantic call comes through. I think it is Henry. He sounds injured and is desperately trying to get to my cabin. His voice is strained and he sounds wrong. I have a very bad feeling about this. Letting him in seems like a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad idea. I find a new report with a drawing of a heart on it. The note says, "Looks like I'm getting close to the heart." This must be the heart of the anomaly John was talking about. It feels like I am finally making progress, but I am not sure if that is a good thing. I have another vision, this time of the past. I see Caroline, but she looks pale and sick. The year is 1998. It is becoming clear that the past and present are blurring together. I am not just a ranger processing reports. I am caught in a time-bending supernatural event. While in the 1998 vision, I get a walkie-talkie call from a ranger trapped in a cabin in Sector C-17. She says the reports are strange and keep showing the number 225. Then she starts screaming as a creature breaks in. It seems like this has all happened before. The real Henry shows up at my door, but he is not alone. A creature is with him. Henry begs me to accept his deal before he is killed right in front of me. This is too much. A man just died on my doorstep, and now I have to clean up the mess. The dead Henry is gone, but the new report is chilling. Corpse can move 666. This confirms my worst fears. The anomaly is not just killing people, it is reanimating them or using them. I feel like I am losing my sanity, one report at a time. I am so tired. John calls one last time. He knows he is not going to make it. The monsters got him, and he is bleeding out. He tells me to find the heart and end this for everyone. I hear the creature attack him before the line goes dead. I have lost everyone. I managed to decrypt more files, including the security footage from 1998. It shows men in black suits removing the body from the cabin. This was a massive cover-up, orchestrated by the Doctor and the park management. I also find a file about a clock that can resurrect the dead. Following the instructions in the file, I find the clock hidden under a floorboard. The note warns that it will bring back everyone who died, including the monsters. It is a huge risk, but I am desperate. I have to do something. I decide to use the clock. After submitting the final report, the heart of the anomaly appears in my cabin. Then, the main entity reveals itself. It is an ancient being that wants to wipe out humanity for destroying nature. It offers me a deal. Submit one last report to help it escape this world, and it will leave. I have a choice. Accept the deal or refuse. I choose to refuse. The entity is furious, telling me their blood is on my hands before it kills me. My consciousness fades, and I wake up somewhere else. A strange, ethereal place. It is not over. I am in a place called the Void, the edge of the human world. I meet a man named Menax. It is Douglas's friend, the ranger who died here 25 years ago. He explains that my mind is trapped here while my body is back in the real world. Menax tells me there is no way out of the void without help from the living world. He has been trapped here for 25 years, but he offers me a glimmer of hope. He promises to help me cross the void, to find a way out together. The journey is just beginning.